Min Jung-woo, a high school student, is being forced into playing rock, paper, scissors by his classmates, who are all placing bets on him, despite his unwillingness to participate. When he expresses his desire to leave and not participate, his classmates dismiss his objections, informing him that several people had bet on his success, and that he should stop being nonsensical and play the game. They tell him to play the game properly, otherwise they will lose the 30,001 they have riding on him. Despite his reservations, he emerges victorious in the match and immediately returns to his classroom, saying he does not need any money. He reflects on his timid nature and inability to refuse others, feeling pathetic. He wants to be able to tell someone no when they ask him to do something he does not want to, but his personality does not allow him to do so. He hates his personality, but was hoping that he would at least grow up to be tall, but his body stopped growing after 160 centimeters. The kids in the school make him play rock, paper, scissors, and bet on him because he is very lucky, and he always wins because he has a psychic ability. He named this ability the eyes that detect misfortune because it allows him to see which decisions he makes will be unfortunate for him. Any decision that will be bad is marked purple. He uses the ability while solving a test because, according to him, the test paper sheet is the most unlucky place. He solves the objective questions with its help, but still has to do the subjective part of the test on his own. When he returns home, his housekeeper, Lilia Alexandrovna Podkopayeva, tells him that she's worried about him due to his timid personality and inability to refuse anyone, which is causing him to be pushed around. She advises him to change his hairstyle and completely telebuzz his hair, but he says he will be punished if he does that. In Korea, a foreign housekeeper like Lilia is uncommon. 10 years ago, his father brought her as a surprise gift when he returned from a meeting in Russia. She does everything in the house, like cooking, laundering, and cleaning, but has a tough personality, and her relationship with his father in the past is a secret to him. Her only flaw is that she is really bad at cooking. She asks if his test is over and offers to make him anything he wants to eat for this special occasion, but he says he does not want to eat anything, mainly because her cooking is awful. She then tries to feed him an apple on a knife, but he also refuses to eat this. Lilia suggests they go shopping together and find something to eat, as he does not want to eat her cooking. However, he declines, saying he is too lazy and wants to stay home today, which upsets Lilia. She expresses her frustration, asking how he could turn down a date with someone as lovely as her, and he should have been jumping with joy. She ultimately convinces him to join her. They go to the Daehan department store, where Min Jung-woo gets shocked when he sees that the whole building is covered in purple fog, indicating that something very bad is about to happen. He contemplates whether the purple fog means something is wrong with the building or that he will be unlucky wherever he goes, until he realizes the building is about to collapse. He goes to security to warn them and ask them to evacuate everyone in the building because it is about to collapse due to faulty construction. However, security pays no attention to his words. They tell him that if he does not have any proof, they cannot evacuate the building. Min Jung-woo tells him that the ceiling has a giant fracture, but the security guard tells him that is not something new and has been in the building for years. So if the building were to collapse because of it, it would have happened already. The security guard also asks him that if they were to evacuate the building and nothing happened, would he take responsibility and compensate the money the department would lose because of him. Min Jung-woo has no more ideas on how to convince everyone to evacuate the building. In a flashback of 11 years ago, Min Jung-woo is on his knees crying in front of his mother, who is trapped in the debris and bleeding heavily. He tells her that he will save her, but she tells him that she is fine and to run away. That was the first time he saw the purple fog of misfortune, as he saw his mother covered by it. He got scared seeing his mother turn into a purple monster. He learned that nothing could be done when someone faces a huge misfortune. This situation is similar because he can't do anything in front of this misfortune. How can he save anyone's life when he can't even look them in the eyes? He can't save anyone, so he decides to run away. However, Lilia comes from behind and asks him why he looks troubled. He tells her that it is nothing and that he wants to go home now, but Lilia realizes that he saw something with the eye of misfortune. He tells her that the building is about to collapse, and she jokingly asks him if he is sure that the purple fog is about the building and not about how he should tell her not to cook. She says that she should help him evacuate everyone, but he says that it does not matter because no one will believe him anyway, so they should save themselves and get out of there while they can. She says that he feels hopeless because of that time with his mother, because she has heard that story, but this situation is different from back then, because now he has her. They go to the underground parking lot to meet a foreign friend of Lilia. He brings a van full of guns and asks them to choose quickly as they do not have much time. Lilia says that they will strike the people in the building if they do not listen to them and willingly evacuate the building. Seeing all the guns and hearing what Lilia is saying, Min Jung-woo is shocked and confused about what they are about to do. He thinks he is just a high schooler and can't do something like this when the ceiling behind them falls, destroying a car. Lilia says that this means his prediction was right. So now they should hurry up and make everyone evacuate. The whole building will collapse in 10 minutes. Lilia gives Min Jung-woo a doll head to wear so that people do not see his face when he threatens them to evacuate the building. He asks Lilia why they would need smoke grenades when the guns would be enough, but she tells him they are not real and are just toy guns. Min Jung-woo is uncomfortable with this plan because he thinks people will get hurt while running away due to all the commotion they are going to cause. He asks Lilia if there is any way they could save everyone without resorting to violence. Lilia menacingly asks why he is against her plan, since she has already used a large amount of money on this. Min Jung-woo proposes a new plan. They should tell the security of the store that they have placed a bomb in the building, so then they would have to evacuate everyone to confirm the threat, and later they would enter the building to get the employees out as well. Lilia likes this plan, so they use it instead of their original scheme. Lilia gives a phone to Min Jung-woo and tells him to call the department and tell them that he has placed a bomb in the building, because if she calls, they won't believe a girl's threat. However, he rejects this idea, saying that his voice isn't manly. She tells him that it does not matter if his voice is manly or not, because a male's voice is completely different from a female's. While they are fighting on this issue, Lilia's friend Bong Chun makes a call saying that he has placed a bomb and demands that they place 15 kilograms worth of 50,000 won bills by the convenience store called 100 Mita in front of the department, and threatens to set off the bomb by 1 o'clock if his demands aren't met. He used a Chungcheong district accent, but Lilia tells him that he should have used a Seoul accent so he wouldn't stand out too much. No one took the threat seriously in the department store, thinking someone must have made the call because he was bored. Seeing no reaction from the store, Lilia tells Min Jung-woo that now they have to do her plan. He asks her if she has a plan about what they will do when they enter the building, but she tells him not to worry, because there won't be anyone in the building within 5 minutes. Lilia tells Min Jung-woo to get the smoke grenades and start going toward the building, while Bong Chun waits outside. But Min Jung-woo trips and falls because of the massive doll head he is wearing. Lilia exclaims that speed is life in this operation, so how dare Bong Chun give something this big to him? He asks why she is blaming him when she was the one who told him to give that to Min Jung-woo. She asks him if he has anything else, so instead he gives Min Jung-woo a lighter mask. They throw the smoke grenades into the store, and Lilia threatens everyone to leave if they want to stay alive, but no one takes her threat seriously, and everyone thinks it must be some kind of event. Min Jung-woo sees an elderly grandma and goes to help her because he knows she will get hurt due to the commotion they have caused. She bumps into a man who starts yelling at her to apologize, as he believes her old age doesn't give her the right to push people. Min Jung-woo punches him, knocking him out. Everyone thinks that he killed him, and they start calling him a terrorist. This causes a real disturbance, and everyone starts running, trying to get out of the store. Lilia says that if he goes and causes uproars like this on all the other floors, they would have to do nothing, as everyone will leave all on their own. Min Jung-woo ponders if what they are doing is right. He wishes to stop all of this and run away. After some time, they think everyone has been evacuated except for the first floor, but soon realize that the store's manager has closed the doors and isn't allowing anyone to leave. everyone asks him why he is trapping them inside when there is a terrorist. He assures them that a delusional man has caused all this panic and there is no terrorist here because no one was hurt by their shooting. Due to this, people are stealing their items, but he won't allow their department store to have any loss just because someone threw some smoke grenades. One of the workers asks the manager if what they're doing is right, to which he replies that after today they will become the best branch of the store, so he should stop worrying and help him out. Someone requests the manager to let the old woman out because she got injured when she ran into someone earlier and was having trouble even standing, but he refuses and says that they will only open the door as soon as the police arrive because the criminals might escape if they open the doors before the arrival of the police. The situation takes a turn for the worse as the ceiling of the building begins to crumble and collapse. Min Jung-woo quickly realizes that if they do not take action, the entire structure will come crashing down with everyone still inside. With the clock ticking and the police nowhere in sight, he knows that he must act fast to prevent everyone from dying. Min Jung-woo races toward the manager and points his gun directly at his face. He demands that the manager open the doors. The manager tells him that no matter how much money he wants, it won't work, which makes Min Jung-woo angry, and he tells the manager that their motives go beyond money. Min Jung-woo tells the manager that if he wants to live, he shouldn't utter another word. The manager notices paint peeling off the tip of his gun, when suddenly the police arrive at the scene, causing the manager to bolt out the doors, with everyone else following suit. Min Jung-woo is shocked by how quickly the police have arrived, but still points the gun at the manager. Lilia orders him to stop, as it's pointless. She tells him that everything is all right now, but the situation is going to get dangerous, so it is more fitting that she does the rest of the job. But Min Jung-woo asks how they will buy time without a hostage. Lilia concludes that they can just create one. They make Bong Chun act as their hostage, and he perfectly gets in character, yelling about how this would never happen in Las Vegas, and that Korea is too cruel. The police tell them that if they let the hostage go without injuries and surrender themselves peacefully, they will consider lowering their sentences. But Lilia tells them to shut up or she will put a hole in him. As the affair unfolds, a reporter stationed outside expresses her disdain for the situation, saying that the terrorists should be taken down instead of being negotiated with. Even though her job exists for this reason, she is still disappointed that the country keeps producing these criminals. Despite her initial outrage, the reporter quickly composes herself as the camera turns on and delivers a report on the events. She states that terrorists have taken over the store, but fortunately no casualties have occurred. After seeing all the stares from the reporters and police, young Min-woo thinks about the traumatic day he lost his mother and how the reporters bombarded him with questions about her death. Then, Min Jung-woo earnestly tells the police that they have planted numerous bombs throughout the department store building. He warns that detonating these explosives would not only level the store, but also cause catastrophic damage to surrounding buildings. As such, he tells the police to fulfill all their demands in order to avoid such a situation. However, the manager quickly interjects and insists that his claims are nothing more than a fabrication. The manager discloses that they had spray-painted their fake guns. He knows that because his son loves BB guns, so that he can identify them easily. According to him, the terrorists have merely brought fake guns to create a commotion and gain attention. However, Lilia fires a bullet dangerously close to the manager, demonstrating that their guns are real. This action shocked Min Jung-woo, who had thought the weapons were nothing more than BB guns. The police command everyone to calm down and issue a final warning for the terrorists to surrender, or they will open fire on them. However, Lilia shouts that it won't make a difference, even if they are killed, as the bombs they have planted will still detonate. The police appear to be unmoved by her threat, and say that if she is telling the truth, then there is no point in continuing negotiations with them. They proceed to initiate a countdown to open fire on the terrorists. The store manager impatiently suggests that the police should just shoot the terrorists because they are lying about the bomb. However, one of the workers mentions that the terrorists might actually be telling the truth about the bomb, since they recall hearing a loud noise earlier, which could be an indication of an explosion. The building suddenly begins to collapse. Seeing as everyone is distracted by it, Lilia tells Min Jung-woo to run, as this is their only chance to get out of there. The police quickly issue a warning to evacuate the area and take cover from the falling debris. Amid the chaos, Min Jung-woo spots the woman reporter heading towards an area covered in purple fog. He tells her not to get there, but she can't hear him, so he rushes toward her, determined to rescue her from the impending danger. However, as he reaches the woman, the building crumbles around them, trapping them both under debris. Upon witnessing the catastrophic collapse of the building, Lilia assumes that Min Jung-woo has died and starts crying. She starts looking for his dead body. However, to her immense relief, Min Jung-woo emerges from the rubble unscathed, having rescued the reporter amidst the chaos. With the help of Bong-chun and his van, the trio attempts to flee from both the collapsing building and the pursuing police force. The police helicopter reports that the building has been completely destroyed, but the terrorists were able to get away in a van before the building collapsed. As they're getting chased by the police, Min Jung-woo instructs Bong-chun to execute a U-turn, but Bong-chun is hesitant, saying that if he listens to him, they will get caught by the police. Lilia takes charge of the car and steers it down a pedestrian street, determined not to be apprehended in this area. She destroys everything in her path while saying that Min Jung-woo can handle the bill for all the damages. She keeps driving recklessly, but they successfully get away from the police thanks to her. The aftermath of the previous day's events is the topic of widespread discussion among the public. The police officer boasts that if he had been given full authority, he would have been able to capture the terrorists. At the same time, the store manager falsely claims that he had taken a swift action to evacuate the building, averting a major catastrophe. The reporter whom Min Jung-woo had saved earlier also writes about the incident and is emotionally conflicted when thinking about how the terrorists saved her. As Min Jung-woo dozes off during his class, he thinks about Lilia's suggestion that he should forget everything that had occurred the previous day, and if he does that, they will be able to return to their normal lives. However, he finds it challenging to erase the memory of the events, especially given the extensive media coverage. He thinks it wouldn't be surprising at all if the police arrested him. He ponders why he did such a crazy thing. He told everyone the building was about to collapse, so if they didn't leave and ended up dying, it wouldn't have been his fault. But he deduces that still doing what he did was better than watching thousands of people die. Upon entering the classroom, the teacher instructs Min Jung-woo and Kim Min-hyuk to remove all the gum from the hallway, as they are the assigned cleaners. They ask him if they can't just clean them out later when they will be cleaning the school, but he tells them that if he returns and the gums are not gone by the 6th period, he will make their butts look the same color as the gum. As they are cleaning up the hallway, Kim Min-hyuk asks Min Jung-woo how crazy it is that just 2 people were able to destroy the entire store. However, Min Jung-woo gets defensive and claims to have no knowledge of who they were. This strange behavior raises Kim Min-hyuk's suspicions, and he questions whether someone said something to Min Jung-woo to make him react that way. The bell rings, and Kim Min-hyuk tells Min Jung-woo to stop and go home. While on the bus, Min Jung-woo thinks about the advice that Lilia gave him, and realizes that it will be for the better if he forgets everything that happened and should just go back to his way of life before the incident. While making his way home on the bus, it stops due to an accident on the bridge. The bus driver announces it will be quite a while before the bridge opens again, so anyone in a hurry should get off the bus and walk to the other side. As the bus comes to a halt, Min Jung-woo thinks about whether he should get off the bus and walk because his home is not that far, but he senses that something is off, even though there is no visible sign of the purple fog. Ultimately, he gets off the bus and walks toward his home. On his way out, he encounters a schoolmate heading to Hongdae who inquires whether he knows the area well enough to navigate the roads. Min Jung-woo offers to walk with her, and they exit the bus. Once outside, Min Jung-woo realizes that the scale of the accident is more extensive than he had initially perceived, and it will likely take a significant amount of time before they can pass through. A man on the bridge comments on the severity of the incident, noting that it has resulted in the closure of all 4 intersections. It appears as though someone had deliberately created a barricade at the location. He tells his classmate they should walk to the Dangsan station, but she's busy taking pictures with her huge camera. She tells him she likes taking pictures, but Min Jung-woo is surprised by how she carries around such a large camera. While looking around, she sees someone stuck in a car about to fall off the bridge. One person says that the car will fall if they even touch it, and that they have called the fire department, so they all should wait for them to arrive instead of saving the car themselves, because all of them might die just by trying to save one person. But the other people say that the car won't hold out that long. They will fall down before the fire department arrives. Seeing the little kid in the car crying, he thinks about his own past when his mother died. While everyone is arguing about what to do, he runs toward the car to save the kid and her mother. He thinks about why he is running and trying to save some strangers. Is it because he can't see the purple fog right now, meaning nothing bad will happen to him? When he reaches the car, he realizes that he won't be able to hold it for long, so at least he should try to save the child. But he knows from his own past that when someone loses an important person, they always think about how they should have died in their place, and will live their entire life burdened by that thought. That's why he can't let that happen to anyone again, and tries to lift the car towards the bridge. When Minji, the girl from his school, and other people on the bridge come to help him, the car falls off the bridge, but they save the daughter and her mother. Min Jung-woo is relieved that they were able to save them, and is praised by everyone on the bridge. But just when he thinks that everything is fine, he sees the whole Yanghua Bridge turning purple. Min Jung-woo tries to find the cause of the purple fog, or at least find the range affected by the fog, but realizes that the entire bridge is in danger, and will collapse just like the story yesterday. Min Jung-woo goes to people on the bridge and tries to convince them to carry the daughter and her injured mother to the other side of the bridge, because she needs to get to the hospital as soon as possible. But they tell him that it will be faster to wait for the fire department than to walk to the other side, and assure that the path will open up very soon, so there is no need to be worried. He thinks about what he should do and calls Lilia for help, who's at Gangnam and getting a massage. It will take her a long time to get to the bridge from Gangnam, which means she can't reach there in time, but she still wants to help him, so she calls Bong-chun, who is already on the road. Considering yesterday at the store and now at the bridge, he questions if they are sure they are not terrorists. She angrily says that all he has to do is go over and see what is going on at the bridge and help Min Jung-woo. He asks if she is sure that nothing will happen to Min Jung-woo if she keeps pushing him like this, but she says that if he were scared, he would have run away by now. Min Jung-woo realizes that time is running out as the mother's bleeding does not seem to be stopping. He suggests that they start walking to the hospital, as they do not know when the path will clear and the fire department will arrive. However, the bystanders are hesitant as they have already waited for 10 minutes, and leaving now could be risky because the fire department may arrive when they leave. They also fear that attempting to flag down cars on the other side of the bridge for help could lead to another accident. Min Jung-woo's eyes can see any type of misfortune that is about to happen if he wants to see them. But if a catastrophic misfortune like this is about to happen, the purple fog appears unwillingly, and the time for being able to see ahead of the misfortune is approximately 15 to 20 minutes. As they have already wasted 10 minutes waiting for the fire department to arrive, they do not have much time left. He is called by Lilia, who tells him to come to a place where no one can see him. She keeps giving him instructions about where to go, but he is confused and surprised when he sees a drone being controlled by Lilia. She tells him that Bong-chun made this drone, which can be controlled from 30 kilometers away. He says that it is amazing, but asks her what she plans to do with it. She tells him to follow the drone as she wants to show him something she found. She takes the drone toward a place where Min Jung-woo has to jump down, but he says that he can't do it. She tells him that it is not that high, and he can jump off easily and should do it quickly as they don't have much time left. He somehow manages to get down where he sees a lot of bombs planted. Lilia tells him that these are time bombs, and unlike what they did yesterday with the department store, this time it looks like someone is really trying to blow up the Yanghua Bridge. She asks him to choose whether he will run away to safety by himself, letting everyone else die, or will he try to get everyone to safety without her being there. he chooses to save everyone, and Lilia says, then they will have to do it by acting as terrorists one more time. Thank you for sticking to the end, and if you enjoyed part 1 of Terror Man, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment to see part 2. See you in the next video.